Hello everyone, welcome to Tony Talks. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching me from. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your like. And if you're a new subscriber here, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on our videos. Yes, let's dive into this. Today's video is going to be right now. Thank you. Till I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you all. Bye.
For mobile, I wonder how. She be on the 20. Man, sister one day low cost be. Oh yeah, nípa níbo. Àwọn wo ló ṣe? Okay. Sister one day, but you were the one that wrote Corona inquest ongoing for. Why are you saying that? Why mention my name? But you were the one that wrote Corona inquest ongoing for Mohbad. Is this not it here, Sister Wande? Is what you wrote? That's why I said, Sister Wande said, Corona inquest ongoing for Mohbad. I don't understand why you are saying that. Why did I mention your name? Is what you said, and that got me confused. The reason why I went off the live, I needed to call somebody to inform, to ask what is happening. Corona inquest, because I saw you write it out. That's what I was saying. I should be 26, I be 25. 25 ni. So when I saw, so ngba tí mo rí pé Corona, mo wá confused, mo disorganized pé ṣé mo gbàgbé ni àbí báwo mo ṣe wá gbàgbé nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ because èmi máa ń rányàn lọ. Do you understand? So I became confused. So is what so as I was saying, so Lagata even though not now, even though not now, there were some questions I wanted to ask, but it's not now. But I have done the backup page. I have it. It's Yeye Kudi courtroom backup. Yeah, so yeah, courtroom backup. It just help me, people can just follow it. You understand? I didn't get it. It was the update I saw that got me worried. That's why I called again. I didn't know, and that's why I called. Okay. Tell me she might pay because the information being your were important níta. Àbí? Yeah, it's all important gogon ni mo ma be. Ito ṣẹlẹ̀ tá ń béèrè máa pè. Tẹ́ bá ti ready, ẹ jẹ́ kemi sọ̀rọ̀ tó ń ṣe mí ṣe. Mi fẹ́ sọ amebo kan ni mi fẹ́ ṣe ńsìn. All right. Okay, bye. Yeah, yes, they were actually having a meeting. So I don't know, I can't get Bossman. He said they've left the meeting. They have done what they need to do. So Bossman is supposed to be here, but I can't find him. But Lagata told me what is happening. So I think I'm good with what is happening. They always would know. They are legal team, so they will know what is happening. In fact, I was hearing Baba Mohbad's voice too in the background whilst talking to Lagata. So they are doing it right. I know they will do it right. Now, in moving forward, I would like us. Oh, sorry, I left people on TikTok. I just left them. Sorry. They've all gone, no. Everybody have left the place. So I'm sorry. I was on the phone with the people talking, doing justice for Mohbad. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know if people are still here. I'm so sorry. I was talking to the people doing justice for Mohbad. I was meant to start 7, but I came late. But even at that, I'm not going to go into that CTC. If we, Eunice, if you see, what's his name? Bossman, let me know if you see him. Okay? He was even the one that told me today, when am I coming out, what time? So I can't find him now. Now, let's move. Yesterday, we saw a video trending, which I shared this morning on Faithia, K1's wife. We'll call her wife, for so that we can understand what I'm talking about. We are not going to be the one to separate them without them telling us that it is over officially. Because when they wanted to marry, they showed us officially. You understand? Remember that time, Faithia was in Ijebu, and she wore one nice brown chocolate, or one chiffon, and Alhaji wore white. You understand? And they kissed like this, and they gave each other a ring. Now JJ we sit down on our own, and they informed us that they are legally binded. And we saw people from, because when they wanted to marry, they showed us officially. You understand? You understand? Remember that time, Faithia was in Ijebu, and she wore, and they gave each other a ring. They are legally binded. And we saw people from registrars. We saw them. They came. They brought Ikoyi registrar to registry to them. Maybe it's the Ijebu one, no? But they shall have brought it to them in Alhaji's house. So Ojuwato. So until they inform us, they don't scatter, we not fit Eden talker. You understand? So according to what we see is what we will say. According to what we see is what we will say. Now, yesterday a video was trending, and the video shows Faithia with a man. We didn't see the face of the guy, but the guy looks very clean, very butty, very decent, very homely, very, more like something, a man that you want to have. In fact, some people are saying that she just wants to trigger all of us to have something to say. Some people are saying that the person looks like her brother, but the person slammed her kiss on here, and the compromising position that they were together, as in the way he held her, it can be your brother. You understand? But it can be your brother, but many of us are not ready to have it that is our brother. Am I making sense? We are not ready to have it, especially because few days to yesterday, that is on Saturday. On Saturday, why are you pressing on angry? What made you angry? What have I said? What have I started? Who is pressing angry? How have I started? What have I said? Why are you pressing angry? Help me look for that person. Eunice, bring that person on board. Let me transfer WhatsApp to this place. Eunice, bring that person that is angry towards my post. I'm coming. I'm not in the mood. You understand? Now, I'm on my own. And everything I'm doing it because I want to do it. So nobody can come here and be pressing any yeah, not to it. If you're angry with yourself, go and stay at home. If something is making you unhappy, then Facebook is not for you. Because everybody put their family problem in their house. We come here to go and maybe it's no Monyolula. I even thought it's you. It's not error. The person has pressed it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. No, it's not error. It's destructive, and this is what they've done to me that affected this page. If you are not happy when we are treating a topic, you don't like the topic, don't stay. Go. They are taking it off. Let them take it off. I don't want trouble. Let me be on my own. So as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. this particular guy looks very good. We have not seen his face, but the introduction of his leg, his body, his six-pack, everything, his hand, his face cap, everything looks very much like somebody that is doing very well. They are really very cute, elegant, sophisticated, very sweet looking. You understand? So people started jubilating because few days to that time, not few days, on Saturday, Faithia was at a party. Let me show you people. She was at a party. I just want us to grab that, only that part. We're not going to go deep. Then I want to say something. Oh, sorry. Let me answer that though. TikTok, please. I don't want you people trouble. Don't come and bring. Who is that? Okay, you open the door. Open the door. There's no password. It's your brother. Open it, please. Let me see. That's you. Okay, good. I'm busy now. No noise, no noise. Please follow my new page and the other page that I have that I want to how to act with the law. How to act with the law is important. Okay, here, see. Facebook people are TikTok people are giving me a lot of headache. I'm done with you people. I can't show anything. Yeah. Okay. Check on this thing. Okay, now the issue here is that some people thought it was Wasiu Ayinde himself singing there. In fact, some people were actually writing, oh, if she knew she was no more with him, why did she go and dance in front of him? Number one, are you people okay? So because she has an issue, yeah, I know she will avoid any occasion where she will have to have a confrontation or meet with Wasiu at a party, which is normal. You understand? I know she would want to avoid such thing, but in a situation whereby maybe it's somebody that bought the Ashwebi, I think she's the one that did the Ashwebi, and she's a part of that the party or something like that. She has to be there, so she should not go. And she wasn't even spraying the musician though, although I know she would have sprayed the musician, you understand? But she wasn't spraying the musician, she was spraying the celebrant. So she shouldn't go in front of the celebrant and go and do normal. She shouldn't say normal. We have to be realistic. You understand? We have to be realistic. I'm going to take it one after another. And you know why? It's all right. I also have a child for a musician. Do you understand? So, I will be able to tell you people, and I will talk from experience. You understand? So I will be able to put myself, I'm able to put myself in her shoes. Are you getting me? Even though I would larger, where hers is different from mine and where it's not different. Do you understand? Now, the story of this lady is pathetic and also in between. You understand? Maybe not pathetic, but it's pathetic. How is it pathetic? Let me tell you one thing. Hey, look, can you close that door? Let me tell you people one thing. When they are telling us, hey, look, can you close the door? Oh, hurry, please. When they are telling us, our parents, we don't listen. Can you close this door? When they are telling us, yeah, we women, we don't listen. Eh? We don't listen because we are carried away. We are carried away. A lot of, hey, don't lock me inside though.
I can lock you, so just say close the door.
Okay, close it. I didn't say lock me. So I say be paying your man be nonsense. Okay. Good evening, my dears. Good evening. When they are talking to us, thank you, Lorena. When our parents are talking to us, especially mothers, yeah, we don't listen. We don't listen. And the reason why we don't listen is that many of us engulf or go into relationship with our heart, not with our brain. In Nigeria, Nigerians or our back home, they are yet to comprehend why any responsible woman would be with a musician. You may take it as what she's talking about, but I will be very sincere with you. Nigerians, especially our part, Yoruba, anywhere, a good precedence you should go and look at is Miriam during her lifetime. Miriam Babangida. You know, she had a child. She was a backup dancer for Bongo Sikwe, the man from Benue State. There's nothing that you will use to clear that stigma. The moment you have a child for a musician or you marry a musician, you are automatically a what? An ashawo. I don't want to mention it in English because TikTok has zero tolerance for the truth. Iro ni TikTok like. You know what it means in English. You are ashawo. It is looked upon in anywhere that you don't come from a good home. You don't come, your parents are not, definitely there are people that are hungry. When you are with a musician, I'm not talking about, especially Yoruba musician in Nigeria, in Yoruba land. The moment you are a woman, I didn't even know it extends to even all the Edo side and everything. It was Miriam's case that made me know that it extends everywhere. The moment you open your leg and you give birth, or you are seen with a musician as just even girlfriend, you are taken as an ashawo. Not just ashawo kobo. They only see people that can give birth or marry a musician. Women that are like that, they look at them as uneducated, people from poverty-stricken background, people that are alajota, dancers. They will say, oh, where else can you be? Especially if you are shaking your bum on the stage like this. Or shake it, or shake it, don't feel on your jaw, don't feel the jaw. Alajota. Who else can you marry? They will say the best is, because it is believed that as you are doing that ajota, the musician is sleeping with you. People that are in the job or the concert, they will be putting their hand into your nyash and your breast and be putting money. So they don't think that any responsible, educated, or anybody from a good background should be doing that. So they leave them that those are the kind of people that should marry musicians. That is the understanding and the basic truth about when you see anybody with a musician in Nigeria, or even our mentality and the mindset that we all grew up with. I've been there, so I can tell you the truth. So definitely, the stigma remains with anyone that gives birth, dates a musician openly, marries a musician, The reason why you see many women that have, at one point or the other, given birth for a musician, not giving a second chance, is because of the stigma. The moment you give birth for a musician, to see husband go hard, woman come out because the moment you carry, I experienced it. When my husband wanted to marry me, you know my own case is even only K-leg. Ask me why he get K-leg. You know my husband met me, I had not had a child. I was Oshara. No, yeah, motin tungba. But I have no more uni ni me, so me ti bimo. Then when I already started dating my husband when the father of my child asked me out. Do you get it? After I met my husband, that same year was the same year I stayed, so I was more or less like, I met my husband, I was now more on G musician do. So musician tell me why on G do yen. Òun ló di ọmọ. Meanwhile, my own husband was in America. Are you getting me now? Nígbà tí ó doyún, èmi wá ha. Ask me how, tell me she ha. Because 2 people on my street, by that same year that I had my first child, I would have gone to eliminate that oyún, èmi ò ní parọ́. But people tó kú, Omono Atamaka, they pie on our streets. That same year. That same year. In fact, Amaka just got a scholarship to go and study in America. She was the best student in the whole of Nigeria. Ni course tó ṣe. As in YL Kabi, I don't know what they, I gave her scholarship. Science student. Oh, and she now still went to try and eliminate it. Her parents had only 2 kids. Her parents had only 2 kids. There were 2 girls. They were living down our street. Still fellow share oyún. She went to meet all these chemist Igbo people. Bó ṣe pa Amaka ni. Her father, they had 2 houses, the landlord of the next 2 duplex after my home. A case also similar. Omono was impregnated by somebody that did not tell her. So on discovering, the disgrace would be too much. The pregnancy was already advanced. Omono had no choice within her. Even though the man was saying, I want to marry you, I want to marry you. Yeah, but I want to be with you. My wife is not good, my wife is, but Omono went ahead to try and eliminate that pregnancy. But the pregnancy was done wrongly because it was advanced. They went to do it like abortion when they were meant to, I think they were meant to put the baby as delivery. You understand? Induce her. So it got complication. Omonoku. It was as if I became confused and now ran from the house. Where am I going to? Where am I coming from? You will never see anybody that comes from a home that is responsible agree. Their parents will never agree to you marrying a musician. Especially the Yoruba ones. There is no, if you hear that they agree to marrying a musician, those people, they are not really okay. I'm not lying to you. They are not okay. They are not okay financially. So they would have no choice. Or an education-wise, no, they are not. I'm telling you the truth. Especially Yoruba, you hear any of them, Sonny Ade, all those people, even the juju, they are even still okay, but they are not okay now. I'm not saying that okay, because me, I went in the juju line. My parents never saw the musician till my mother is still alive. My father never saw the person. He refused to see the person till he left this world. He doesn't even know his name. That's how my own father stood his ground. He doesn't want to know. He even did not agree that my daughter bear the surname of her father. Then the second chance, you are not giving that second chance in Nigeria. Wallahi, everywhere you go, look at that prostitute. That's what they will not tell you to your face, but they are saying it behind you. They will not tell you. And the musicians themselves, when they want to toast you, they will carry you as if, because everybody will see you with them. It's worse when you are jilted by them. Because you can imagine, anything, you understand, people when they don't like for society, they only like them because they call them, what do they call them? Alagbe. You understand? They like them that they come. People look at them as people that should come into and come and sing for you and they get paid. Or when they are singing, you are spraying them. You understand? More or less like beggars. Do you understand? So they themselves are not really welcome into the society like that. You know, when they talk about society, they put them on their own, for their own level. They try to, because that's the height I'm going to, where Wasiu have tried, you know, he has made sure he squeeze himself to get to be, you know, influential by mixing up with Tinubu. Lucky him. If not, you will know that he is meant to be with MC Oluomo them. That is the category, and that is the eyes that they use in looking at all those people. Here, the elites. That's the eyes they use in looking. They fall into the category of MC Oluomo them. So you can imagine you dating MC Oluomo. You understand? Or people look at you as an uneducated person. That is the problem, and that is the stigma that I want to try and explain. And then you can imagine then someone like Faithia, coming from that kind of background, having to find herself. Then also her auntie, who happens to be her mom's relative or sister, also once gave birth for K1. And you would have expected that those musicians, when they have the opportunity to now have you, they will cherish you forever, so that ebunye táwọn èèyàn tó sọ pé má ṣe wo ní jèrè ọ̀rọ̀ lára ẹ. There's no musician who máa jèrè ọ̀rọ̀ lára ẹ o. Mi ò tí ì rí ẹni tó ṣe tí ò tẹ̀bọ̀. You can imagine when Faithia wanted to do this thing then, when she was, in fact, the auntie, Faithia's auntie that gave birth for Wasiu, the daughter is the musician in London. Now, that musician in London that looks like Wasiu. She doesn't greet Faithia. Konke Faithia. The matter turned to family war. Faithia Fariga, where I go love. Wasiu no ṣe pé I go die. Are you getting me? Meanwhile, Wendy was somewhere in Canada. Wasiu ti tari Canada. Do you understand? Wasiu ti tari don't push hands to Canada. Don't tori yen ti kori si Canada. That one, her father was a professor in one of the university. I've forgotten the university. Come from a very modest background. Yes, she's had a child before outside wedlock, before K1 met her. But she was based in Wendy. But you know, when they tell you, wallahi,
you will not listen to anybody. That's why my mother always say, my own is not with normal, but wofi ajasasi, because Yoruba musicians, they are very diabolical. You know, a lot of them, the moment you see, the moment they come into, into limelight like that, the next thing is that they go for all these girls from all these butter homes. Those girls can't handle them. Wendy can't handle it. Faithia can't handle it. The kind of people that can handle all these musicians, all this set of musicians, Barrister, Ayinde, all of them, I'm not exempting, K1, Pasuma, Òṣùpá Saidi, Malaika, all of them. Àwọn tó ń yájú ilé ológun, àwọn àgbàjù tó jẹ́ pé tó bá ti ṣògùn kan, they are the one, because if you are butter, they will only mess with your feelings and mess your destiny. And the kind of people that will want you, they will run from you. Àwọn ọkùnrin tó jẹ́ àwọn sàwáwí, àwọn ibi ìdílé tó ti jáde, irú àwọn ọkùnrin tó máa fẹ́ like ẹ, tó show me that you are meant to marry, they will be like, for you to have gone, not that they are looking at you high up, they are looking, you stigmatize yourself automatically. Because they think for you to have gone to that, what took you to that side, no? Báwo ló ṣe sọnù, no? And instead of this musician to understand what you had to damn, you damned so many consequences to ever even, maybe for those that married. I didn't marry, èmi ò ever marry rí o. Èmi gbé oyún ni o. And the truth about it, go and listen, I believe the same story they would tell me. All these musicians, their story is the same. They will always tell you the person in the house is not good. When I met the father of my child, he wasn't married, but he had a living partner who had his first child. He was still with her. The story they told me, or he told me, that is the story that it's later, maturity made me to understand. Mi ò jasin gbà yẹn. Mo ṣe spere ni, but mi ò streetwise. In fact, that route made me streetwise. But mo ti, Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ká mess up. The story they will tell you is the same. Ẹni tó wà nílé yẹn, style bá tèmi lọ, it's all story. It's all lies. You are the source of it's all fake. Then they will be singing with your name. If you are the type also that you are not streetwise, and majority of these people, they are not streetwise. Just like I was when in the beginning of my own journey. They are not streetwise. What come mama calling for? And now what to think born here, what you use them. Many of them don't get pregnant, don't marry them. I don't know man Go and check majority of the people that give birth for all these musicians. Go and check their background. They come from very good homes. They come from very good homes. But go and look at it. Do the musicians stay with them? No. Why? They will make sure they are just having their own chopping, just as much as they saw you. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ gbogbo àwọn obìnrin àtàwọn ìyàwó lé mi gan, the wife of their fans. And many of us, our parents that knew, like for someone like me, I was opportune for my mother to hear, Ngbo, I heard that one musician is coming to look for you. Oh, go near musician. Oh, you don't go? Don't. And she said it We seriously and left it because she never caught me with him anywhere. Until Toyún dé. I never saw my mother faint. But my mother, as tall as she is, wo balẹ̀ ni. Agbe wọn dìgbàdìgbà ni. When she realized I was pregnant, and when they asked me how many months, I couldn't talk. Ó wá ṣíkùn mi, ó wá rí ìlànbẹ̀. Ṣé mo pé ó ti too late. A lot of, I remember a woman. There was one that was dating Ayuba. I don't want to disclose too much who the woman is, but it's someone very that we know. And she went ahead to go to far away in one place like that in Yoruba land to go and do jazz, so that her child will not marry Ayuba. The girl turned mad though. The girl turned mad. Ogun lobìnrin yẹn lọ ṣe pé kó má fà. And Ayuba moved on and is married now. Ilẹ̀ Igbo gan ló wà sí tó tẹ̀ ti bímọ lọ ńbẹ̀. Many cases like that. Hardly do you see a musician in Yoruba land tó máa damn consequence fún, and ó ní regrets. Ó máa regrets. Ìrandíran agan á regrets. It's not to discourage, but it's just so that people understand that that stigma that people put on women, it's not right. Only very few of us are given second chance. Wallahi. When my husband wanted to marry me, some people told me, I want to be more for musician. Aṣẹ́wó ni o. But you know, my husband knew me before I had or even had a child. He had seen my background. He had come home. We were, you know, he knew pé no, kò kí ń ṣaṣẹ́wó, ìrìn àjò ọmọ yìí ó wọ̀ ni. He chose to give me a second child because he's a matured man and he has international experience. But many times, many of the men that you are attracted to, they don't have that international experience and understanding. They are not matured. And many of them, their parents are still able to talk to them and they are able to say, ẹni tó bímọ fún olórin Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́. It's the way they would do to fear aqua. That's why you see many people that gave birth for musicians. Okay, rí ọkọ. I can state to you up to 90% in Nigeria, Yoruba land. Only few. All the people that Fela married and left behind. In fact, to even wound Fela, they said the brother came out, Beko said HIV lotuni. That is the kind of things people think should be on the body or on the spirit. Women that sleep with musicians. That is the way Yorubas see it. So, and people will advise you, your good family, your mother, I know, people you won't listen. That's the part that they always say, Ogunti war. Because there's nothing these musicians can't do. And the way they extort money from their fans is the same way people think the jazz women that are with them. Somebody is married after a separation. It's not, you know, as Funke Kuti is so beautiful, sis. You would think she should, of course, have second, third, fourth chances. So it's, but a lot of men that, and that is a conventional musician, no, like Femi, Ewo, you understand? Talkers of the thug ones, like all this Pasuma, let's say Pasuma now, K1, all this Obesere one. Some Yoruba family they will run from you. They will be so scared to, that for you to have even brought yourself to that, to me, I will not lie, brought yourself down. There's no need for me to be hyping it for you people. there's no need for me to hype it for you people. And the musician woman make sure pé people jèrè ọ̀rọ̀ lára ẹ̀. You would have expected that Wendy, Faithia, all these people that K1 and all these other musicians are with, they will stay with them. So that at least people will not make them laughing stock. It should not come to your surprise that they are the ones that will jilt you. And the ones that don't jilt you, they will surprise you. You know what surprised me? If I think of, don't mind, the story is different in the area of my own parents, never, ever agreed to anything married. Me, I was never married at any time before my first marriage with my husband that I'm with now. But if I go back to remember, I was 5 months pregnant when the father of my child, you know, when my parents, my mother discovered I was pregnant. It was even a street woman, as in the woman lives on my street, and a door woman that noticed I was pregnant and told my mom, where am I going to? During that pregnancy, I was of two opinions. One coming from the father of my child, and then my mother. My mother was saying, that's it. You have, God forbid, you know, I've disgraced the family. I won't lie, that's what the words. How are we going to tell your father? And at that point, I was one of, in fact, I was my daddy's favorite. I shouldn't say one of. My daddy loved me. It was as if, you know, polygamous home. When your father loves you too much, it was as if they jazz me to be pregnant. They won't say she no pregnant. It was as if to make my daddy dislike me. Because pregnancy was the height of it at that point. Are you making sense? For my daddy loved me to a fault. Mo láwọn àbúrò, mo láwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n. Tí daddy má jẹun pè mí ni wọ́n má pè. That was how close myself and my dad were. In fact, my mother was very uncomfortable with it because she felt, ṣé kò láwọn àbúrò ni? Eléyìí, you know, ìbàjẹ́. So, I was the one to go and break the sad news. Though my child is not sadness, so but you know, understand, like mo ti gbé oyún, and oyún ò ṣe yọ, oyún ti wà ní 5 months. Meanwhile, the father of my child was also telling me I should come and run away, that he has plans, blah blah blah, and blah blah blah. If I till tomorrow, although I've at one point sat my daughter down to tell her the whole truth, my first child, I've told her, I held it within for a long time, and it kept hurting me. You understand? But I thank God, I think after her graduation, that was when I told her the whole truth of everything the father told me. And I would have misled my destiny. But thank God for my kind of mother. Because if it was left for my daddy got so angry that he blanked me. It was what? Though he continues to sponsor my education, continue to sponsor my NYC, my everything, give me money for naming, you know, and everything. But the relationship, we drifted apart from that mommy, daughter, daddy love. But where I'm going to is that all what the father of my child told me was contrary to what in the end played out. What played out is the truth. What he was telling me was sweet talking me. The only part I would just share was when I was now doing my, what do they call this thing? Work after NYC, you know, you start to work. I remember my boss, I left my daddy's chambers to go and walk outside. I told you people I left because I was now like, my dad. You know, I think it was just doing me too close, then NYS, you know, until I left. When they told me to go and get something, when they told me then to go and get something from an office in Apapa, Victoria Land, they made me advert manager, like a manager, yeah. So when they told me to go and get it, my boss gave me his own car. And my boss just came from, my boss is the one I told you people is very close to RMD. He was the one that gave me the opportunity to know Uncle Richard. Because he used to walk to our office, you know, on Toy Street, working. His own office was 3 offices away from us. Now, where am I coming from? That man gave me his car. It was a nice Benz. You know, all these Benz that was raining way back then. In the 1999, 1998, 1999. So that Benz, he told me I shouldn't use the office ride. I should use it because where I was going to, he really seen his son in Lojo. He wanted me to go sit at the back, and he told the one, another advert executive to go, but he should sit in front. The two should say I sit at the back. He really instructed, and I was planning to finally come abroad. So I needed to go pick my passport off from, mind you, I gave birth at 1998, so I want people to write that down. So I went to pick my passport off at Ikeja registry office. When I got to that office, mind you, I'd given birth to Motibimo, you know. On getting to that office, this story I'm telling you people, it's a true life story. When I got to that office, as I was alighting from the car, Mama Dolapo is the name of the custom officer that was doing my passport. That time. I think it was renewal of passport, Abi. Amang Bani, ni ready, Ikeja. I don't know. You know where I'm talking, a custom office in Miguel. No, Ejanla, I'm not shifting topic. I'm going somewhere. There's something I want you people to get from it, to be able to relate it to Faithia. I'm not drifting. I'm going